We got 4 lessons. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, go over 209 vocabulary, 211 vocabulary, and then into our Seinfeld episodes. So 209, that's what we're looking at right here. Today in history, we talked about FDR, one of America's presidents. We talked about the Civil War. It started in 1861. We talked about Yuri Gagarin, the Russian cosmonaut. And we talked about Columbia, America's first space shuttle. Finally, we talked about Dave Letterman, late night TV talk show host. Glossary, lots of words here, so I'll read them just to hopefully remind you. You don't need to memorize all of these words, of course, but let's look at them. Cerebral hemorrhage, cerebral hemorrhage. Let me do something, allow me to. Assert my belief, to reinforce my strong belief, to tell you my belief. Affirm belief. Succeeds. If you succeed somebody, you follow that person. Then we had the word Confederate forces. We don't say Confederate as an adjective, we say Confederate. This is a picture of the Confederate forces. This is the Confederate flag. It looks similar to the British flag. Then we have the Union garrison. The Union soldiers we could call the Union forces. That was the North. Confederate forces were the South. The Union forces were the North. And their flag, of course, the Union flag is the American flag. Then we have a fighting, warring, aggressions, lasts, takes place over, stretches. Cosmonaut, same as astronaut. There's Yuri Gagarin. Orbiting, going around the Earth. This satellite is orbiting the Earth. And blasts off. That is taking off. Here the space shuttle is blasting off. Maiden flight, the first flight. Tragic, horrific, calamitous. To end, demise, its end, its demise. Disintegrates, breaks apart. Re-entry, re-entry. Crew, host, and this is Dave Letterman. We can see he's hosting his show. And his guest is Jerry Seinfeld. Those were the words and the stories. Any questions about DDM 209? Any questions? No. Oops, Matt has a question. Yes, go ahead, Matt.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask if MC referred to Master of the Ceremony.
Yes, we say Master of Ceremonies. MC, whoops, not NX. MC, Master of Ceremonies.
Mm-hmm.
And this is
Yeah, I
usually
was
at a
just
live event.
okay. I was curious because sometimes Eminem refers to himself as an MC,
Yeah,
which I think extends into the same thing, Master of Ceremonies.
that's right. Are you an Eminem fan?
I used to be, and sometimes I rap along to practice my pronunciation.
He's when it comes to that genre of music, I have to say that he's a genius in that area.
Yes, yeah,
So
totally.
Matt is another Eminem.
Maybe someday.
Very good. Any other questions? Mustafa, yes.
I have one. Where there is a phrase in the paragraph one. Um, they mentioned served a record 12 years in office. To what refer this phrase?
So in
Served a
America,
record.
right, so served as president for a record amount of time, which was 12 years in office. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. So so Roosevelt was the longest. We have many people who served for two terms or 8 years. Many people did 8 years, but Roosevelt is the only one who served more than 8 years, and he served 12 years. If he had not died, he would have served 16 years. But he died, so he only served 12 years. So he has the record for the longest serving president in the U.S. Okay?
Uh-huh. So like George Bush served 8 years.
That's right. Obama is serving 8 years. Clinton is served 8 years. Jefferson served 8 years. Many presidents served 8 years, but nobody served 12 years except for Roosevelt.
Does that mean the election of it's made 4 times?
That's right. He was elected 4 times. That's right. But then at the
Yeah.
beginning of his 4th term, he died. That's why it's 12 years. People say 4 times, but it's only 12 years. That's 3 times. Yes, but actually there was a 4th election, but he died right away, basically.
Yeah. So he passed away.
Yes. Okay?
Okay, thanks.
You bet. Okay, I'll go close this out, and I'm going to open DDM to 11. Hold on a second. Change my screen. DDM 11, this is the title more, how do we read this?
More dollars, more Z's.
There you go. More dollars, more Z's, or we could say more money, more sleep.
More money, more Z's.
Yes, we can, it's Z's, it can be Z's or sleep, no S. It can be dollars with an S or money, no S. So be careful. So we could say more dollars, more sleep. We could say more money, more Z's, more dollars, more Z's, more money, more sleep. All 4 combinations are possible. That's right. So the story was about that. Personally, I'm not real sure if that's true. But anyway, the research says that that's true, that poor people sleep less than rich people. It's kind of interesting research that they have. We've got the glossary. This actually was an interesting map, I thought. It shows the poverty line, the poverty level. I'm wondering how accurate this map is. Good news for most of our countries. Some countries we see that there is no data, but yeah, this is interesting stuff here. Figures, numbers, statistics are based on, were calculated from, come from, disparity, large difference, a disparity, attributed to, connected to, related to, leaving, resulting in, causing. There was a volcanic eruption in Chile, leaving ash all over the country. There was an earthquake last night in Kathmandu, leaving thousands of people without homes. Insufficient, not enough, a lack of. Epidemic. Now, epidemics actually deal with disease, infectious disease. And in the story, they talked about a lack of sleep, insufficient sleep as an epidemic. Now, actually, lexically, according to the definition of the word, that's not true. But anyway, we should be able to understand what that means. lead to be the cause of chronic disease. This is an important term. We talked about chronic pain 2 weeks ago. Now chronic disease. Chronic pain would be pain that does not go away. It just stays there forever. Chronic disease are diseases that don't go away. They last a long time. Diabetes is a chronic disease. Cancer is a chronic disease. It's not short-term, it's long-term. Cardiovascular disease, that's with your heart. It's long-term disease. And if you smoke, chronic lung disease is also very common. So be healthy. I hope you never, ever get a chronic disease. Those are the terms, expressions. Any questions? DDM 211. Great. I'm closing this one out. And we're going to Seinfeld. First of all, Seinfeld 210, DDM 210. And this was the ending of our last episode. I think we had 6 or 7 lessons on this episode. It was full of great stuff. The first scene was Newman had confessed. He was the white whale, just like Moby Dick in the famous novel. And Kramer is responsible for him. The next scene was the hair team for men. George is trying on a wig, carpet. It looks pretty good according to George. Jerry thinks it looks terrible. Gary comes in. Gary is excited that George is getting a rug, but we don't know exactly what happens. Gary tells George no parking. And Jerry tells Gary, I heard that you don't have cancer. So we have a big argument. George likes his new toupee, and he's feeling very confident. And the last scene was Lippman introducing Jake Jarmel. Elaine is in the audience, and we do see that Lippman has his glasses that Elaine gave him, and Jake Jarmel is very angry, and we have some chaos, as always, and that was the ending. Go to the glossary. On the bench. Judges work on the bench. To come across, to be seen, to have witnessed something. I came across a book yesterday that was really funny. I heard of a book yesterday. I found a book yesterday that was really funny. Quite. Matter. Consideration. In a garage, in this case we're talking a parking facility. Sometimes a garage means a place where they fix cars. Sometimes a garage means at home where you park your car. But in this case, a garage refers to a parking garage or a parking facility. Convenient would be close to. Afford, having enough money to be able to pay for something. Nowadays, the American dollar's value is strong, so I know that DDM and perf are sometimes hard to afford. So I sincerely appreciate everybody's membership. We'll see that. I will see that you learn English. I will ensure that you learn English. I will see that you have fun learning English. I will see that you fix your pronunciation. All great expressions. I will make sure that you do something. Impounded, when a car or something else is taken by the police. The idea is arrested. Auction, something sold. Your Honor, that's the title we use for a judge. If we see a king or a queen, we say, Your Highness. Only to a judge do we say, Your Honor. In my custody, I am responsible for him. to get something over with, to finish something up. Disruptive, unhelpful, loud, disorderly, to snicker at, to laugh at, ridiculous, stupid. No offense to you. I don't mean to make you angry. This is a tub. This is a rug or a hairpiece, a wig, a toupee. It's really gross. Maybe I should get one. The press, the reporters, percentage. In this case, a percentage refers to a royalty or a commission or somebody's take. Co-venture, a partnership. These are the terms, lots of terms, and my definitions are specific to this story. So they go directly to this story. Any questions about anything in DDM 210?
Jay,
Yes, Andre.
I heard that for lawyers they use determine the bar.
Yes.
And for that, is it the same, the bench, as for judges?
No, that's a good question, though. The bar is actually an exam that every lawyer and judge must take before becoming a lawyer or a judge. So basically, this is what you go to law school for. You go to law school to study law so that you can pass the bar. The bar is the name of the exam. So once you pass the bar, then you can be hired as a lawyer or a prosecutor or a judge. So once you pass the bar, then you can become a lawyer or a prosecutor or a judge. And the idea, once again, everybody knows the difference between a lawyer and a judge, I hope. Only judges sit on the bench. We do not say that lawyers sit on the bench. Only judges sit on the bench. But judges, just like lawyers, have passed the bar. Does that make sense, Andre?
Okay, thank you, yes.
Andre, have you taken the bar?
No, I'm not a lawyer.
Yeah, you're not a liar. This is a joke in America. The pronunciation is actually pretty similar. Lawyer, liar. Lawyer, liar. Most lawyers are liars.
Agree.
Many good liars become lawyers. Any other questions? Miguel.
Shane, I would just make a brief comment about the word come across,
Yes, come across.
which is basically when we find something, but that we weren't looking for previously,
Bingo.
right?
That's exactly
the
right.
meaning.
You find something that you weren't looking for. It was serendipitous or coincidental or by chance.
Mm-hmm.
I think
That's the idea.
I think many of you might have come across my English lessons by chance.
Mm-hmm.
You know, looking for something, but not necessarily looking for English listening. Some of you might have been looking for English listening skills, but others were just looking for any English lessons, perhaps on YouTube, and you came across me. How did you come across me, Miguel?
Yes, via YouTube. Yeah.
Yep. Were you looking for English listening or just looking for anything?
I wouldn't say I was looking for English lesson. It was random.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Any other questions? You guys are too nice. Geniuses, geniuses. Okay, I'm going to go to DDM 212. Do not save. I don't know if you can hear my cat behind me. My cat's trying to get into the window. All right, DDM 212. This is our new episode of Seinfeld. The title is The Beard. We have the opening monologue where Jerry talks about the wanted posters. I had an experience at the police station. I talked about that in the explanation video. It was kind of funny, kind of silly. Jerry, in the first scene, they're eating Chinese food. They're talking about ballet tickets. We discover that Elaine is a beard. George comes over. George is still wearing that toupee. He's very confident. He loves his new life. Kramer smells Chinese food, and he starts taking Jerry's food. Elaine and Kramer argue. Elaine says George looks stupid. Kramer says George looks fantastic. George, once again, very, very confident. He is a player. He's a player. He doesn't worry about the powerful, hairy men. George is also hairy, so he is now a player. Kramer realizes, oh, I know this woman. I will introduce you. Jerry is jealous. George is excited, but he asks for a picture. Is she really gorgeous? There's no picture, but Kramer has an idea. At the police station, his friend is a composite artist. He will draw a picture of her for you. That sounds like a stupid idea, a crazy idea. But Jerry says, and this is sarcasm, it sounds like an excellent idea. George is excited. Pretty crazy situation. The vocabulary. The whole concept of something, the whole idea, the general idea, the basic idea of something. This is a wanted poster. Wildly, in this case, a wildly optimistic plan. Insanely or crazily optimistic, positive. I'm online. This is New York English. Most Americans will say, I'm in line. British people like to say, oh, I'm queuing up. List of offenses, the list of the bad things you did. Pretty much, basically, all I can do, the only thing I can do. Sometimes it means everything I can do. The annoying thing, something that makes you really mad. Hold on to someone, to keep someone. A shot, a picture. This is a shot of a little boy standing on his tiptoes. You stink. You're no good. Great expression. Once again, on tiptoes. You can see the little boy on his tiptoes. A beard. A beard is especially a woman who is on a date with a gay man so that other people do not know the man is actually gay. A beard. 30-ish, around 30, 30-something. Many people look at me and they say, Coach Shane, he must be 30-ish. Unbelievably gorgeous, extremely attractive. Box seats. This is an opera house. These are the regular seats in the auditorium. These are the box seats up along the side where all the rich people are, the hoity-toity people. The Met. This is the Metropolitan Opera House in New York City. You can see the box seats. Doesn't it look splendid? It looks very glamorous, very wonderful, very nice. Swan Lake, a ballet composed by Tchaikovsky. who also did Sleeping Beauty and The Nutcracker. Can't handle. You can't handle the truth. Very famous movie line from not As Good as It Gets. What is it? Tom Cruise and Jack Nicholson. Anybody know the movie? The Marines. Anyway, you can't handle the truth. The truth is too painful. You will not like the truth. The truth is scary. That's what it means. Great expression. Orientation has many meanings. In this situation, it talks about your sexual orientation. Are you straight? Are you gay? Get it on with your bad self. Please do not memorize this expression. It's a silly, stupid expression. Thank you, Miguel. A few good men. Yes, sir. That's exactly right. You can't handle the truth, from the movie A Few Good Men. Great movie. I think that was the last movie I saw. This expression also, once again, don't use it. It just means you are really cool, so keep doing what you do. Keep doing what you do, Mr. Cool. That's the idea. Do that magic that you do. You are a magician. Keep doing your magic. That's the idea. A magic, we also say voodoo. Do that voodoo that you do. Yeah, same idea. Ridiculous, stupid. You stink might have another meaning. You stink can have a lot of meanings. I'm not going to get into them, but yes, it's possible. Lots of flexibility. Remember, everybody, these definitions that I give you are very specific to Seinfeld. A real looker, it means a good-looking person. But some like orientation can have several meanings. Okay, so don't use this as the complete dictionary. Come on. In this case, really? You think so? No way. Get out of here. Are you serious? Missed the boat. Missed the opportunity. Sutured. I should have added a picture. A suture is like a stitch that a doctor uses when they sew a cut shut. So if you cut your hand, a doctor might use stitches. But if they use stitches, it actually looks like thread. A suture looks more like a Band-Aid. Deride. Last Seinfeld, the episode was called The Scofflaw. So this is where scoff means deride, tease me, laugh at me, ignore me. If you must, if it makes you feel better, in the game, a player. Defer to. Defer to means yield to. The coiffed. The men with hair. Go out with, to date somebody. He's got you beat. Great expression. He's better than you. A composite artist. They draw a picture of what somebody looks like. Usually, of course, a bad person, the murderer, thief, something like that. And then they try to find the person. This composite artist did a very good job with this person. This is the actual person. Maybe I can get him to. Maybe I can persuade him to. Maybe I can talk him into verb ing. To infinitive, verb ing. And that's it. Those are the terms for DDM 212. Lots of them, lots of great stuff. Any questions about DDM 212? Miguel says, Larry David uses you stink a lot. Is it a New York City thing? I would say no, it's not a New York City thing, but it's somebody who complains, somebody who's someone who thinks they are better than everyone else would use the expression a lot. So I think Larry David is an elitist. So I think he probably would use the expression a lot. Daniel, do you have a question?
No, only I guess miss the boat
Yes.
is the same you missed the starting gun.
Yes, it's a very similar idea. Miss the boat means, but it's a little bit different. That's a good point. I'll write it down. Miss the starting gun. If you miss the boat, you miss the opportunity. You have no chance. There is now no chance. Miss the starting gun means you missed the start, but you still have a chance. Still have a chance, but you're very late. You're very late. Okay?
Yeah.
And miss the boat means you have no chance. So there is actually a difference. We might use them in the same situation, but once again, actually, there is a difference. Okay?
Okay.
Miguel added to his point, you suck. Yeah, I do agree. You stink is a great expression. Nowadays, people say you suck. I wouldn't say nowadays. This definitely goes back to when I was a kid. Yes. However, you suck is more vulgar. And it sounds more rude. Personally, I don't say you suck. Personally, I would say you stink. I guess if I'm with my friends, Tom, Dick, and Jerry, I might say, oh man, you suck. You suck. It's kind of a guy, friends expression. But I would never say, like my mom makes a cake and I say, oh mom, you suck. This cake is terrible. No, I would never, ever, 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 ever say that. But I might say, oh mom, you stink. You can't make this cake. You stink. It means the same thing, but it's much less vulgar. It's much less vulgar. This is pretty harsh. It's like a swear word almost.
Shane,
Yes, Daniel.
you can also say you stink in a literal way.
Yes, Daniel. If you do not take a shower, you will stink.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Daniel, do you stink today?
No, I'm very healthy.
That's good. That's good.
Can't you feel? Can't you?
Oh, Daniel,
Can't you feel?
I always assume you are very clean. I always assume all of my DDM students are very properly cleaned, bathed, and smelling nicely. All right, any other questions? I think Mustafa had a question. Go ahead, Mustafa.
Yes, sir. In the beginning of monologue, Jerry said the whole concept of the wanted poster is, and you fix it,
Yes.
you add has got to be one of the most widely. Has got to be. Is that the same as we say seems to be?
Okay, yes. So for your question, yes. So has got to be would be more similar to must be, but yes, it can be similar to seems to be, appears to be. Interesting point. Let me write these down. Hold on a second. Shane has got to be 35. Shane must be 35. Shane seems to be 35. Shane appears to be 35. Shane has got to be 35. You strongly believe. And I'll give it how strong? I'll give it a 95%. Shane must be 35. 98%. Shane seems to be 35. 75%. I'm just guessing. I don't know, you guys. I'm just guessing these numbers. Shane appears to be 35. I'll say 70%. And these numbers, I'm just guessing off the top of my head. Other people might disagree. But I think this is what we can say. So Shane has got to be not as strong as must, but stronger than seems to. But they're actually very positive, very positive. Does that make sense, Mustafa?
Something like that. Okay.
By the way, everybody, I completely made a mistake in my dictation. I don't know, and it's obvious. It wasn't even difficult. It was obvious. I must have been thinking about something else. I don't know what the hell I was doing, but Jerry said the whole concept of the wanted poster has to be the most, has gotta be the most wildly optimistic crime fighting idea. This is what Jerry actually said. There was not one of at all. It's not there. There was no is, has, none of that stuff. It was simply has gotta be the most wildly optimistic crime fighting idea. I did leave a message in box explaining my mistake. But yeah, I have no idea. I must have been drinking beer at the time. I don't know what the hell happened to me. Oh, Jazkaran, quit lying. Lying is not a good thing. Jazkaran, if you're going to lie like that, you need to become a lawyer.
Hello.
How are you doing, Jazz?
Pretty good.
Good. Oh, everybody's lying here. Santa, yeah, definitely 30-ish. Matt, full of crap. Miguel can smell Danny. I'm looking at the chats now. More questions?
Yeah, Shane, who's that?
Go ahead, Miguel. Yep.
I was just gonna say about your mistake. And the word has. It totally sounds like is though, but but yeah, it happens. It's a lot of times. Has we have seen in other examples how the word has, for example, the Tommy, the guy who gets all worked up with
Jerry.
With Jerry because
Yes.
of the hair. He uses the word has as well. I don't exactly remember when, and it totally sounds like is as well.
There you go. Thank you for going to bat for me, Miguel.
I'm
Miguel's got my back. Thank you. No, you're right. It is. It does. And yes. Thank you for understanding my stupidity.
Well,
Other students weren't so nice. They sent me an email and basically they said, "What are you talking about? Are you listening clearly?"
yeah, but that's because before thinking about your stupidity, I think about mine.
Oh, there you go. See, that's the best way to look at the world, just to remember that you don't know everything.
Yeah.
Any other questions? Great. Well, let's light this candle and get into some role playing. I love that expression. Let me see here. I'm going to close this window. Don't save. I'm going to open it back up. We're going to start with DDM 212. I'm going to fix this. Wanted poster has got to be the most wildly optimistic. I'm going to break it right here, the opening dialogue, into two sections. And everybody's going to get a chance today. This is going to be a long one. I might do this twice. Let me start with Alex Trubnikov. I want Alex to start with Jerry in the beginning and Alexander Chalniak to finish the monologue up. So, gentlemen, if you could turn your microphones on and begin, I would be greatly appreciative.
Coach,
Yes,
you
sir.
know, I can't see your screen.
Ah, that makes it difficult. You did not memorize it?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Gulia memorized it.
She's a genius, you know.
All right, Alex, go ahead.
Coach, could you show me which I have to read?
This is your section, up to help.
Okay.
What are you waiting for?
Shane, I have problems with my device.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll get you.
No, Coach, I'm sorry, guys. Which one, DDM?
It's
210?
I'm going to get you the next one. Forget it. You're done. Berta, I want you to do the first section, and then Alexander Charniak the next section. Berta, go ahead. And Berta, your microphone is off.
Coach, I find.
Hello,
Too
can you
late,
hear
Alex.
me? Hello,
Berta, go ahead.
can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. The whole concept of the wanted posters gotta be the most widely optimistic crime. I mean, so how does it work? Okay, I'm online at the post office, I see the guy, I see the list of offenses, I check the guy standing in line behind me. If it's not him, that's pretty much all I can do, okay? It's not that I don't want to help.
That was really good. Very, very good. Lita. Okay, I think Alexander might not be able to hear me. Okay. Who else? Daniel, you want to try it?
Yeah, I fell again. Try what?
This section.
You know, the annoying thing is you think, why didn't they hold on to this guy when they're taking this picture? No, we don't do it that way. We take their picture and we let them go. That's how we get the front and side shot. The front is his face. The side is him living.
Okay, great job. Very good, very good. Now, I'm going to get Daniel here. And I think Bertha did a really good job. Bertha, a little bit fast. And actually, Bertha, I want you to do this section one more time. And Daniel, I'm going to get you on the pronunciation. Bertha, everything sounded really good, but please do the intonation one more time, especially this middle section.
Okay. I'm online at the post office. I see the guy. I see the list of offenses. I check the guy standing in line behind me. If it's not him, that's pretty much all I can do.
Ah, that was really great. Great job. Let me get more here. Standing in line.
Standing in line.
Perfect. All I can do.
All I can do.
There you go. And once again, Berta, do you have wanted posters in Mexico?
Not that I remember.
No. Do you ever see them in Alabama at the post office?
No, actually, I don't go that much to the post office.
Nobody goes to the post office, right?
No, not anymore.
Not anymore. Not anymore. That's right. That's right.
Well,
Okay.
we have the UPS and FedEx, you know.
They do everything, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. All right, let me go to Daniel. Daniel, your TH sound is very thick. Were you drinking last night?
No.
So let me hear you here. When they're taking,
When they're taking his picture,
we don't do it that way.
we don't do it that way.
We take their picture.
We take that picture,
Good, one more time. We take their picture
we take that picture,
and we let them go.
and we let them go.
Very good. Is this living or leaving?
Leaving.
Very good. Let me give you the sentence.
Did I seem to have said living?
Yes.
Okay.
Read this sentence, please.
If you want to live, live.
Oh, much better. Good job. One more time.
If you want to live, live.
There you go. If you want to live, leave.
Yeah. If you want to live, live.
There you go. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Now, I'm going to the next scene. Now, let me go back to Alex. Alex, are you there?
Yeah, Shane.
Now, I'm going to give you one of these roles. Jerry, Elaine, George, or Kramer. Who do you want to be?
I don't know, Jerry, maybe Jerry.
All right, Jerry. You are Jerry. Let me go back to Alexander Charniak. Are you able to join us?
Hey, hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Who do you want to be? Elaine, Kramer, or George?
Give me George.
George, you got it. Andre, you must be Kramer, okay?
Okay.
And Ariane, you must be Elaine, okay?
Hi. Okay.
All right, great. So the four of you may begin. Good luck.
Look at you. Why don't you use a fork? You're no good with the stinks.
Not stink, sticks.
Sticks, yeah.
I know. I need a lesson.
You stink. You know you stink. What is this?
Oh, my ballet tickets.
Oh, your ballet tickets?
Yeah. Hey, have you ever been to the ballet?
No, but I've seen people on tiptoes.
You know, I'm going as a bird.
A beard?
Yeah, this friend of a friend knows this banker guy. He's, I don't know, 30ish. Unbelievably gorgeous. Of course he's gay.
Yeah.
So anyway, his boss has this box at the Met, and he invited him to go see Swan Lake with him and his wife. But he's afraid that his boss can't handle his orientation, so I'm going along as his date.
Why are you doing this?
Swan Lake at the Met.
Yeah?
Oh, get out, get it on with your bad self.
Oh, Chinese food. I knew I smelled something.
Hey, is George still wearing that toupee?
Yeah.
Doesn't he know how ridiculous he looks in that thing?
I think he looks fantastic.
Oh, come on. Hello.
No, I never realized what an attractive man he is. Oh, he's a real looker, that one. Hey!
Hey, People, 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 people. Not bad, huh? All right, excuse me.
You look ridiculous in that thing.
Is that so? Or could it be that you're just a little bit worried that you may have missed the boat?
Sorry.
Well, I think they might have sutured that thing to your brain.
All right, go ahead. Giraffe if you must. But let me tell you something. With my personality and this head of hair, you know what I am now? I'm in the game. I'm no longer deferred to the coast. I'm a player.
Great job.
You know, I just thought of something. I know this gorgeous woman. She called me up this morning. She's moving to the city, and she asked me if I know of anyone she could meet. Now you can go out with her.
Well, what about me?
No, I think he's got a beat, buddy.
So, she's gorgeous, huh?
Oh, yeah. Well, last time I saw her, she was 5 years ago.
Well, you got a picture?
No.
Well, I have to see her.
Hey, I know what we can do. I've got a friend. He works over at the police station. He's a composite artist.
Really?
Yeah. Maybe I can get him to draw a picture of her for you.
Oh, I would love that. I think he'd really do. You think he'd really do it?
Yeah, I think he will. Yeah.
It sounds like an excellent idea.
Hey, Jerry, you done with all this? 'Cause I'm going to give it to a homeless person.
Oh gosh, you guys did fantastic. That was really great. Very impressed. We'll have other people try it too, but that was fantastic. Let me go back to Ariane. Ariane, parlez-vous français?
Yes, I do. To pay. Because
What
of the
about this
toupee.
word? Well, what about this word?
Le ballet.
You
In
said
French.
ballet.
Le ballet.
Yes.
Le
And
ballet.
once again, this is the French. We have in America we have a couple of French words: ballet, chalet, valet that we use. The valet is the guy that parks your car at a hotel or expensive restaurant. The chalet is the place on top of a mountain where you can drink hot chocolate and rest from skiing. And of course, the ballet is the opera and music, classical music combination, the performance. So the pronunciation.
Rendezvous.
What?
Rendezvous.
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 Yes. But I'm just concentrating on the le.
Okay. Toilet.
See, it's not toilet. Yes.
Toilette.
Toilet.
Toilet.
Yes.
Toilet.
It's a good point though. Now Daniel totally made my point terrible because he screwed me up. This also comes from France, but we say toilet. We do keep the T. Only in this word do we keep the T. The other words, it's the same. Date, date. Ballet, chalet, valet. Okay, the intonation, the sound is always the same. Once again, ballet, chalet, valet. And I'll make a funny sentence for you guys to practice. No, that's bad. We'll use this one.
That's cool.
I asked the valet for my car at the chalet so I could go to the ballet. This is actually a perfect sentence. Ballets are expensive. The chalet also expensive. And the valet means you are at a nice restaurant or a nice hotel, so it's expensive. So if you guys have money, then this is a sentence you should memorize. Okay, let me go on here. Let me go back. This is intonation. Intonation for this one, Ariane, I want more excitement and then disappointment. So I'm going to say it once and then please repeat. He's, I don't know, 30-ish, unbelievably gorgeous. Of course, he's gay.
He's, I don't know, 30-ish, unbelievably gorgeous. Of course he's gay.
There you go. Perfect. And this one, more AW sound. And your boss, too. Your boss was not too bad, but both of these are AWs. So let's try this. We're going to compare it, these three words together. So boss, box, along.
Boss, box, along.
Perfect. Let me go to Alexander. Get it on with your bad self.
Get it on with your bad self.
Oh, there you go. Very good. Alexander, you can use this expression to your friend when he does something cool, or even to your wife or your mother when they do something cool. Okay?
Of course I will do, if I remember that stuff.
That's the problem, if you remember. Let me go to Andre. Is it Chinese food or Chinese food? Andre, your microphone is off. Andre's busy. That's all right. We'll get him in a second. I have a question. Today we have nobody from China in this hangout. What about in your country? Is Chinese food popular?
Yeah, in Brazil it's very popular.
Is it cheap or expensive?
It's more or less.
More or less inexpensive, right?
Yeah, not very cheap, but not very expensive.
I see.
And it's delicious. And I make Chinese food in my home, my house.
Wow.
I make
Kung Pao chicken?
No. I make
fried rice?
No. Let me remember. Wait a minute.
Oh, you think? Let me talk to Andre for a second. Andre has a mic problem. Andre, can you? Sometimes this happens, Andre, and you might be able to fix it by leaving and coming back. Okay. So Andre, if you can try that quickly, you might have to restart your computer, but we'll make sure that we get you. You can, of course, can stay too. It happens to me. Good.
Yakisoba, Shane.
Okay, what do you make?
Yakisoba.
Yeah, that's Japanese.
No, it's Chinese.
What's it called?
Yakisoba.
Yakisoba is Japanese.
Well, in
now what
Brazil,
do you say? Japanese, Chinese, Korean, they're all the same, right?
in Chinese, they make yakisoba.
They might. If you go to a Japanese restaurant in China, they have yakisoba.
No, Shane. Well, there is China in box.
Okay.
And they sell yakisoba.
Okay, now let me tell you, Daniel. Daniel, I don't know if you watched my ACC video for the DDM students, but
No,
I ordered Chinese food, and one of the things I ordered were spring rolls. But spring rolls are actually Vietnamese. They're not Chinese.
Really?
Yes.
In Brazil, we think it's Japanese.
I know. I have to say something really important. Hold on a second. Jaskaran used the word JAP. Be Be careful. That is in English. That is not a good word. Not a good word. We have many words to describe people in different countries, and that one is not a good word. People use it of a different generation, but try not to use that word. Okay? Jaskaran is apologizing profusely. Yes, we turned a dark corner. Oh boy. Yes, so be careful with that word. Yeah, one day maybe we'll talk about the bad words to describe people in other countries. It's important to know. It's important to know, and I don't mean to make light of it. Gulia says, I saw your ACC and again having fun when Coach Shane. I called the Chinese restaurant and I said, yes, I'd like to order some food. And the lady said, okay, just a minute. And she made me wait for over a minute. She really made me wait. And I'm shooting a video. I'm like, what the heck is this? Anyway, so exciting. DDM's great. DDM's fun. Let me go to George's line here. And Alexander did a great job on George's line. This is a tough word. This is also a French word, coiffe. We use it in American style, coiffed. I no longer defer to the coiffed.
I no longer defer to the coiffed.
There you go. There you go.
It's come from coiffeur, hairdresser.
Oui, oui.
It comes from coiff. I think it's come from coiffeur.
Oui, 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 oui,
oui. Yes, yes. Are you speaking English or French?
I speak all the languages that I want to speak.
Okay, let's speak in Greek.
Oh no, thanks. Okay, let me move on here. Kramer's line, intonation. Andre, is your microphone working? Yeah, oh, there we go.
Can you hear me?
It sounds perfect. Now you can go out with her.
Now you can go out with her.
Chinese food.
Chinese food.
There you go. Andre, do you like Chinese food?
I've never tasted it yet.
Yep, you're just like my mom and dad. My mom and dad, when they want to have food from a foreign country, they get pizza.
No, I hate pizza.
Yeah, well, that's good. That's good. Yeah. Lots of them. You know what? I never had Chinese food until I went to Korea. And the reason was in my hometown where I lived, there were never any Chinese restaurants.
Really?
Never. Yeah. I lived in a small town.
But you left your country 20 years ago.
Yeah, when I was in the army. That was the first time I had Chinese food.
Yeah. I think it's delicious.
Yeah, I like it too. I like it too. Okay, I'm gonna do something else. We're gonna go to 209 for the next group of people. People. Daniel, I want you to do 1945. Hold on a second. Let me get the screen on.
1945.
So this is today in history. And Daniel, I want you to do 1945.
Okay.
Edit. I'd like you to do 1861. And Gulia, I want you to do 1961. Jaskaran, 1981. Miguel, 1947. And hold on a second, guys. Just a second. Hold up, guys. Sorry, I'm having a slight technical problem. this happens. All right, sorry about that. Let's see. Daniel, hit it.
Okay, 1945, President Franklin Roosevelt dies of a cerebral hemorrhage in Warm Springs, Georgia, at age 63. Let me assert my firm belief that the only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Roosevelt, who led America through the Great Depression and most of WW II, served a record 12 years in office. Vice President Harry Truman succeeds Roosevelt in the White House.
Very good. 1861. Edit has fallen asleep. Edit's got to be tired. Edit and Matt were up all night with DDM Live. Edit. Are you sleeping? Are you sleeping? Frère Jacques, dormez-vous, dormez-vous.
Stand up now.
Okay, we're gonna skip Edit. Let's go right to Gulia. Gulia. Oh, now Edit says the microphone. Oh, that's okay. Edit. Just like Andre, why don't you leave? Oh, there we go. There we go. Edit.
Oh,
it's working.
Yeah, it was success.
Okay, success. Go for it, Edit.
1861, start of the American Civil War. Confederate forces fire on the Union garrison at Fort Sumter in Charleston, South Carolina. Fighting between the North and South lasts 4 years with more than 500,000 deaths.
Very good, very good. Now we go right to Gulia.
1961. Soviet cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin becomes the first man to fly in space, orbiting the Earth once before making a safe landing.
Great job. And let's go to Jaskaran, 1981. Jazz, also your microphone's off.
Oh,
there we go.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. America's first space shuttle named Columbia blasts off from Cape Canaveral, Florida on its maiden flight. More than 2 decades later, Columbia meets a tragic end. It disintegrates on re-entry, killing its 7 passengers crew.
Great job, very good. And who was 1947? Was that Matt? Yes.
Miguel.
Miguel. Oh, I gave it to Miguel. Miguel. I thought so, yeah.
Thank you, Andre.
My pleasure.
And 1947. My name is Dave Letterman. I'm the host of the late show, America's most successful C student. David Letterman, the late-night TV talk show host, is born in Indianapolis. Today in history, April 12th, Mike whatever.
Mike Gracia, come on. Great job, great job. Okay.
All right.
Let me go back to our troublemaker, Daniel. Now, lots of people, yes, we see 2 O's, so we want to say Roosevelt, but actually the pronunciation is Roosevelt. Franklin Roosevelt.
Roosevelt.
Yes. Now, this is a tough one. Cerebral hemorrhage.
Oh, cerebral.
Yep.
Cerebral.
Hemorrhage.
Hemorrhage.
No, not
Hemorrhage.
age. It's actually idge. It's actually a schwa. Cerebral hemorrhage.
Okay. Hemorrhage.
Perfect.
Cerebral hemorrhage.
There you go. There you go. That
That's
sounded
cool.
good. And Daniel, don't say WW2.
World War II?
Oui, oui.
Okay.
Let me go to edit. And edit, good job. Yes, it wasn't Confederate. You did change it to Confederate. Confederate forces. Perfect job. Now, actually, some students have a THS problem, and this is a great exercise. Lots of THs, lots of S's. So let's practice this again. Edit. Fighting between the North and South lasts 4 years.
Fighting between the North and South lasts for 4 years.
Good job. One more time. Fighting between the North and South lasts 4 years.
Fighting between the North and South lasts for 4 years.
Very good. And Gulia, is it the Earth or the Earth?
Yes, this is the Earth.
There you go. And Gulia, his name is Gagarin. Why did you say Gagarin?
I use the American voice.
Yes, I'm teasing. That's right. The Russian pronunciation Gagarin, is that right?
Gagarin. Yes.
Very good.
Yuri Gagarin.
There you go. I learned that from Andre, actually. I have to give credit. Let me go to Jazgaran. Give me more AW, Jazz. Blast off from.
Blast off from.
Perfect. Disintegrates. Keep the T. Disintegrates on re-entry.
Disintegrate on re-entry.
Excellent job. And yes, 7-passenger crew, you changed it to no S. Why is there no S, Jaskaran?
It's an adjective.
So because it's describing crew, there's no S, correct?
Yep.
So how do we make it with an S? Can you change the sentence to make it with an S?
Yeah, killing it. Wait a minute. No, I can do that.
I know you can.
Passengers.
There you go.
No.
Killing its crew of 7 passengers, right?
Crew of 7 passengers, yep.
Thank you. Excellent job. Great job, guys. Now I'm going to close this, and I'm going to go back to Seinfeld.
Wait a minute, Shane.
Too late. What's the question, Daniel?
No, I wanted to fix cerebral hemorrhage.
Perfect. Cerebral hemorrhage. Yeah.
Cerebral hemorrhage.
Hemorrhage.
Okay.
Yes. Ariane asks, you said cancel the T and disintegrates. Yes, we can. Absolutely. And many Americans will cancel the T in disintegrates. Okay? This is a good question. Disintegrates. However, it's once again, so the question is, can we cancel the T? Yes. And I told you that many Americans will cancel the T. Yes, we will. We can say disintegrates, and we can also say disintegrates. Now, the thing is, do you think, and this is for everybody, do you think this word is very common? No. It's not going to be a common word. So it's probably, I would say 50% of Americans might keep the T and 50% might cancel the T. For you guys, just remember when you're speaking, I do want you to use as perfect a pronunciation as possible. However, for your listening skills, yes, it's important to practice the cancellation too. So when we do DDM, I'm much more flexible on your pronunciation. But yes, Ariane, you can absolutely cancel the T. Thank you for making that a point. Oh, Jaskaran, don't worry. Don't worry about that. Yeah. Jaskaran, I'll tell you. Yeah, I'm not going to say. But don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You know, to be honest, Jaskaran, the best way to learn is to make a mistake. Because after you make a mistake, usually you never make the same mistake.
It was really not known to me. Okay, oh, I never did such thing. It was first time I said, oh man, because Santa said, she wrote a sentence. And I said, "Oh man, what did I do?"
Right. No, I know, and that's why this public, that's why it's really important to have the experience to talk with other people, because then we can find out.
Yep.
That's right. Don't worry. Okay, let me go back. We're gonna get into Seinfeld again. Now, I've got Matt, Mikhail, Mustafa, Santa, and Sergey. Santa, are you joining us today? Are you monitoring? That's my first question. A lump of coal for Jaskaran. Oh, be nice. Be nice to the young boy. Santa's not joining. Okay, so that means I got 4. I need Sergey, Santa, Mustafa. Okay, I'm going to skip the opening then. Let's go Matt. Matt, who do you want to be? Jerry, Elaine, George, or Kramer?
It's not updating.
I
can't see the text.
I haven't changed it.
Yeah.
There we go. So Matt, we're in Seinfeld. Jerry, Elaine, George, or Kramer? Who do you want to be?
Who haven't I been yet? I could
Why
be...
don't you be Elaine? Be Elaine.
Okay, I'll be Elaine.
Great. Mikhail, who do you want to be? Jerry, George, or Kramer?
Jerry.
Jerry, excellent. Mustafa, George, or Kramer?
As you like.
Well, let's ask Sergey. Sergey, George, or Kramer?
Okay, I take Kramer.
All right. Mustafa, you are George. Now, Mustafa, I'm going to be honest. Mustafa, your pronunciation is very good, but I'm concerned about your acting ability for George. Can you do it?
I'll try.
Okay, great. All right, let's start it off with Jerry's line. Mikhail, go for it.
Look at you. Why don't you use a fork? You're now always the sticks.
I know. I need a lesson.
You stink. You know you stink. What is this?
Oh, my ballet tickets.
Oh, your ballet tickets?
Hey, have you ever been to the ballet?
No, but I've seen people on tiptoes.
You know, I'm going as a beard.
A beard?
Yeah. This friend of a friend knows this banker guy. He's, I don't know, 30-ish, unbelievably gorgeous. Of course, he's gay.
Yeah?
So anyway, his boss has this box at the Met, and he invited him to go see Swan Lake with him and his wife. But he's afraid that his boss can't handle his orientation, so I'm going along as his date.
Why are you doing this?
Swan Lake at the Met?
Yeah?
Oh, getting on with your bad self.
Oh, Chinese food? I knew I smell something.
Hey, is George still wearing that toupee?
Yeah.
Doesn't he know how ridiculous he looks in that thing?
I think he looks fantastic.
Oh, come on.
No, I never realized what an attractive man he is. Oh, he's a real looker, that one. Hey!
Hey, people, not bad, huh? All right, excuse me.
You look ridiculous in that thing.
Is that so? Or could it be you're just a little bit worried that you may have missed the boat?
Well, I think they might have sutured that thing to your brain.
Oh, all right, go ahead. Dear right, if you must. But let me tell you something. With my personality and this head of hair, you know what I'm now? I am the game. I no longer defer to the quiff. I'm a player.
Great.
Okay. I just thought of something. I know this gorgeous woman. She called me up this morning. She's moving into the city, and she's asked me if I know of anyone she could meet. Now you can go out with her.
Well, what about me?
No, I think he's got you beat, buddy.
So she's gorgeous, huh?
Oh yeah. Well, last time I saw her, she was 5 years ago.
Well, you got a picture?
No.
Well, I have to see. Well, I have to see her.
Hey, I know what we can do. I've got a friend. He works over at the police station. He's a composite artist.
Really?
Yeah. Maybe I can get him to draw a picture of her for you.
Oh, I'd love that. You think he'd really do it?
Yeah, I think he will. Yeah.
It sounds like an excellent idea.
Hey, Cherry, you done with all this? Because I'm gonna give it to a homeless person.
Oh, once again, great job, you guys. The acting was great. I have to say, Mikhail, this was your best acting so far. It sounded the most natural. And I have to say also to Mustafa, I was very worried, but you did a great job. Matt, always a great job. And Sergey, always a great job. You guys are very naturals. Let me go back to the beginning here. I am going to get you on pronunciation in the beginning. So let's go to Mikhail. Mikhail, a little bit stronger. You stink.
You stink.
Yeah, and once again, like Miguel was telling us before, a lot of guys, among guys, we say, you suck.
You suck.
There you go. But the cleaner version, of course, once again, you stink. So let me try my Russian. So tell me, how is my pronunciation, Mikhail? I'll say thank you in Russian. Spasibo.
No.
How is it? Spasibo.
Спасибо.
Now, come on, guys, use this.
Actually, I don't care, Shay.
But I want Mikhail to say, you stink.
You stink.
There you go. All right, let me now.
Yeah, I messed it up. I messed up both my ballets.
One more time.
Oh, my ballet tickets.
Yes, one more time.
Hey, have you ever been to the ballet?
There you go. Perfect.
Yeah, I'm gonna remember this.
Oh, who was my George? Get it on with your bad self, Mustafa.
Get it out. Get it out on with your bad self.
Oh, that was terrible, Mustafa.
Yeah, so terrible.
No, don't worry. This is, once again, you don't need to ever memorize this expression. But it is funny. Let's do it again, though. Now, say it with me. We'll say it in two parts. Get it on.
Okay. Get it on.
With your bad self.
With your bad self.
There you go. I liked it. That sounded much better.
Would you say own?
No. We don't say up. It's just get it on. And actually, I'll tell you.
Get it on.
And so get it on, but we almost say own. Okay, the accent changes, and when we say with your, we almost say with your. Get it on with your bad self. Actually, it's
Get
kind
it
of
on with your bad self.
There you go. That sounded good. Now, this is what we call urban English. And usually that means black. But not necessarily, not just black guys, but it is urban English. It's funny. And especially if you're not a city person, if you're not from the city, if you say, get it on with your bad self, it sounds either funny or stupid, okay?
So what does it specifically mean?
Okay, in this situation, it means, where was it? Do that voodoo that you do. Do that magic that you do. Be that magic man that you are. It means do your magical stuff. And in this case, it actually means open the door. Okay? But generally, it means you are cool and what you do is great. That's actually what it means. Get it on means keep doing what you do because it's great. With your bad self means you are cool. Okay, so once again, this is a different language. Get your freak on, Miguel. Freak on, O-N. It's the same idea. That's right. Get your freak on would be the same thing. So get it on. Do what you do because it's great. With your bad self, you are so cool. Remember Michael Jackson, everybody? Michael Jackson had a CD or an album that was called Bad. And actually the meaning is good. It doesn't mean bad. It means cool. So it's a different language. It really is a different language. Santa says no need to get your freak on. Mustafa, does that make some sense?
Yeah. Thanks.
Okay, yeah. What's that? Okay, let me go back here after get it on with your bad self. Okay, this is again to Mustafa. Mustafa, do you remember George when he comes in? This is what he says. Hey, people, 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 people.
Uh-huh.
Try
Hey,
it.
people, 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 people.
Perfect. There you
Huh?
go. So, Mustafa, what do you do? Are you a student? Do you have a job?
Oh, I told you.
I forgot. I'm
I'm an
stupid.
engineer.
That's right. You're an engineer. So,
No
do you
offense
work
to
in a
you.
big office?
Yeah, I work
So,
for the government
okay. So
in the
when
airport.
but your office is an open area, right?
Yeah, I'm working in the airport, in
Okay,
Baghdad
in the
airport.
airport. So, how many people in your office?
Well, it's like 45.
Okay. So tomorrow you go to work, right?
Yeah, hopefully.
Tomorrow morning when you go to work, as you walk in the office, I want you to be really cool and I want you to say and look at everybody and point, people, 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 people.
Well, they punch me.
That's exactly right. Yes, if they understand the situation, they will punch you. Oh, great job. I forgot. There's a movie. I can't remember the movie, but yeah, that's right. Yeah, Santa. On Monday, Mustafa walks into the office and says, people, 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 get it on with your bad self. Mustafa will be fired. Yeah, don't do that, Mustafa.
Of course.
But there's a movie. Do you guys know the movie Meet the Parents? Who's the old man? Is that Pacino? De Niro, thank you, De Niro. There's another movie with De Niro, and he uses the line, people, 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 you are so lucky to see me. That's the idea. It's really, you lucky, lucky people. That's right. Oh, Santa, you're a genius. You are so lucky to see me. This boy's life. There you go. So you guys, if you want to understand the feeling of this, you might want to watch the movie This boy's life. It's a great movie. Yeah, Robert De Niro's character is George, not a good person. Okay, let me go back to Mustafa again. Just the pronunciation. This is a tough one. I am in the game.
I am in the game.
Very good. Mustafa, are you married or are you single?
No, I'm married.
Okay. So are you in the game or are you out of the game?
Well, actually, I'm in the game.
No, Mustafa, you're married. So, Mustafa, are you going to have more than one wife?
Well, it's just for jokes.
I know, I'm teasing. Now, so in the relationship game, you are out of the game. But in the work game, are you hoping to be the boss one day?
Well, I try to get rid of responsibility. Well, I tell you.
That's reality, I understand.
Yeah.
So in this case, if you're trying to be the boss and have employees below you do all the work, then definitely you are in the game. And let's do this last one too. Coiffed, and the spelling is like this. The sound is like this, Mustafa. I no longer defer to the coiffed.
I no longer defer to the coiffed.
Excellent job. Excellent job. Let me go to Jerry's line. This is Mikhail. Mikhail, you need to sound more sad. Well, what about me?
Well, what about me?
Mikhail, how come your pronunciation is really good today? What happened?
Nothing.
Your connection, usually, Mikhail, I know you had a problem with linking, but it was really good. One more time. Well, what about me?
What about me?
Perfect job. Great job. And this one, Sergey, this is a tough one. Now, Sergey is a perf member, and I know many of you are perf members. We had a lesson in perf. Perf is my speaking class. We had a lesson where we talked about exaggeration, reduction, or exaggeration, retraction, retraction. And the idea is you exaggerate, then reduce the exaggeration to towards the truth, not to the truth, towards the truth, and then reduce again to the truth. Okay, so I'll give you an example. Yesterday I caught a huge fish. That's the exaggeration. Well, it was really big. That's the first reduction. Well, it was the size of my hand. And that's the final reduction. Okay? So this is a method of comedy. But it's also reality. A lot of people do this. Even at a job interview. I was responsible for $1 million. Well, actually, my team was responsible for $1 million. Well, actually, personally, I was responsible for $100. But this is the idea. We start out with an exaggeration, and we reduce it towards the truth, and then we go to the truth. So this can be actually really funny, and that's what Kramer did. So the first one, oh yeah, she's gorgeous. Well, last time I saw her, she was. And when we say this sentence, last time I saw her, she was, that basically means, 6 months ago. 6 months ago, she was gorgeous. But then he says, not 6 months ago, actually 5 years ago. So that's like a really long time ago. Lots of things can happen within 5 years. So this intonation is
Maybe
important. Maybe she's what?
Maybe she's horrible.
She could be. She could be. You never know. But watch Seinfeld. We will find out. So, Sergey, I want that intonation one more time, please. Oh, yeah. Let's start with George. I'll be George. And, Sergey, do Kramer's line one more time. So, she's gorgeous, huh?
Oh, yeah. Well, last time I saw her, she was 5 years ago.
There you go. There you go. Last time I saw her, she was 5 years ago. You can even make this a little bit of a longer pause, but
Yeah.
that gives the idea.
Yeah, for example, yesterday I saw a cheesecake. She was pretty nice. Actually, it was an old lady.
There you go. That's the idea. That's the idea, Sergey. That was perfect. And that's it. You guys did a great job. Excellent job.
Last question?
Yes, sir.
Shane, what about the word WITH? It seems to me that it modifies. No. WITH. Yeah, it seems to me these words modifies the pronouns because of accent, but I'm not sure if it's only this. It seems to me that in the same accent, sometimes this th can change depending on the next word. Is it correct?
Okay. So you guys know T plus Y equals CH, right? And that's kind of what happens here, especially in Ebonics. Okay, Ebonics. Now, Ebonics is ebony phonics, which means black pronunciation, black English. Okay, and if you listen to a rap song, especially by a black singer, many times they don't say with you, they say with you. I'm going to be with you. I'm going to be with you, with you. And that is absolutely black English. That's common in Ebonics. I do not recommend ESL students to learn Ebonics unless you're going to be a rapper. If you're going to be a rapper, yes, you can learn Ebonics. So, Daniel, yes, it is possible that the pronunciation would change depending on the next word. However, Daniel, I recommend you stick with my pronunciation rules, and actually, I recommend that you always keep the TH. So, with you, I want you to say with you, with you, with you.
Okay, but the sound of
the sound of what? Uh-oh. I can't hear Daniel. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can you guys hear Daniel?
No.
No. Okay. Daniel,
I can't.
the internet fired you. Daniel, you might want to leave and come back. Leave and come back and continue your question. Andre, did you have a question? Mustafa, did you have a question?
No, thanks.
No, thanks. Anybody?
Yeah, I gotta run, but before I go, I want to get it on with your bad self the way I wish it had sounded the first time I did it.
Try it.
Get it on with your bad self.
Oh, what? That I liked it. One more time. One more time.
Get it on with your bad self.
Yeah, man, you got it down now, brother.
All right, that's it. Get it on with your bad self, everyone, and I'll see you soon.
Take care, Matt.
Thanks, Coach. Bye-bye.
All right. Waiting for Daniel. Daniel, can you hear us?
Well, I always hear you mention the word stereotype. What does that mean?
Am I saying take your time?
Stereotype. Stereo.
Stereotype. Yes, stereotype.
Stereo.
When I talk about racism, I talk about stereotype. Stereotype is the common, usually negative, not always negative, but usually negative image we have of a certain group of people. So for example, Japanese people always have a camera and they're always taking pictures. French people are always drinking wine. German people always drink beer. This is the idea of a stereotype. Not necessarily negative, but it can be negative. And actually, many times it's negative. And I'm not going to give you stereotypes. I'm sure every country has their different stereotypes. Americans are arrogant. Americans are fat. Yes, that is true.
Every gay is gorgeous.
Yes, gay men are good looking. That's right. I mean, that's a stereotype that gay men are gorgeous. But look at Daniel. He's not gorgeous.
Yes, I am. Very, very beautiful.
So, but yes, that's the idea. And if just that's the idea of stereotype. Does that make sense? I'll give you another example. Guys, weightlifters. I can't say that. Anyway, there are many, many, many different types of stereotypes. Does that make sense, Mustafa?
Yeah, I got it.
And once again, it doesn't have to be negative, but it's usually negative. There you go. Santa says all guys are stupid. Oh, I was talking about Americans. Americans are fat. Yes, they are. But I'm not. Americans are arrogant. Yes, they are. But I'm not.
No, Shane. It's a stereotype.
Yeah, it is a stereotype. But once again, if you think about it, it's kind of true, right? I mean, there are many really, really fat Americans. And when it comes to learning languages, a lot of Americans don't want to learn foreign languages because everybody speaks English and they think everybody else should speak English.
That's a problem.
It is.
That's a problem. In Europe, many people speak lots of languages.
Same in Asia. A lot of people are learning lots of different languages. That's exactly right. Whereas Americans and British people, they generally don't learn other languages. Some do, of course, but the stereotype is they don't.
Almost every American who comes to Brazil, we have to speak in English.
Yep, that's right.
You don't know Portuguese.
Obrigado. Oh, Daniel, I have a really rude question. May I ask you?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is if everybody doesn't know, whatever. I don't care. I'm going to be rude. Daniel, I understand in Portuguese that the man says obrigado, and that means thank you, and the woman says obrigada. That means thank you, but that's the woman's, right?
Because it's related to the genre.
So my question is, what does a gay man say? Does he say obrigado or obrigada?
It depends on a gay.
So that's my point.
A gay guy say obrigado, like a man.
Okay, so would all gay guys say obrigado or would some say obrigada?
No. No, it depends on the kind of gay. If the gay is very effeminate,
he would say obrigada.
He really will say obrigada.
Wow, wow. That's interesting. That's interesting. It's
Shay, it's the same in every.
Probably, yeah, because they would see themselves as more of a woman, I guess. I guess that's probably true.
Yeah, the question is that in English, the word thank is not related to the genre.
That's right. It does. Yeah, in America we have no sexual related vocabulary, or what do you gender specific vocabulary.
If English had this relation, probably you would hear this too.
That's right. That's right. Okay, we're wrapping up. Everybody, I want to say thank you very much for joining me today. 2 hours of this hangout, and I did record it. I should have stopped recording it before I asked my rude question. Any final questions from anybody?
That's not a rude question, Shay.
Some people don't like those questions.
Some people are very dull.
They're too sensitive.
Ignorance.
Thank you. Well, Santa just took off. Mustafa, thanks so much. Mikhail, it's good to have you back. Miguel, as always, it's great. Jaskaran, we love you. Don't worry about that tiny little mistake. Gulia, you have a fantastic Sunday with your family. Edit, you need to get some sleep. Daniel, as always, have a great one. Ariane, have an excellent evening with your 2 boys. And Alex and Andre, as also, thank you very much. Oh, there's a picture. Who is that, Ariane?
It is Tristan.
Hi, Tristan.
How are you doing?
Very good. How are you doing?
Fine, thank you. Congratulations for your new website.
Oh, thank you very much. You're such a polite young man. How old are you?
What is the picture?
I'm 11.
11 years old. So you are in 5th grade? Something like that. How come your English is so good? Oh, I cannot hear. Oh, the microphone is cutting out. Oh, that happens.
Is it okay now?
Oh, now yes, it's good. Go now.
Yeah.
One more time. How come your English is so good?
You work hard.
I work hard.
That's great. Whose English is better, you or your brother?
Me.
That's great. It's nice to talk to you, Tristan.
Me too.
Oh, excellent. You guys have a fantastic weekend, and I will see you next week, okay?
Bye. Bye.
Yeah, thank you, Coach Sam. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Shay? You there, Shay?
Oh, Miguel, it's going to close out.
Oh, okay. So